So let's take a look at the next stage of our Olympic lifting journey. So hopefully at this point you have found the position where you need to receive the bar in an overhead squat. You know where your hand grip position is for the front rack, for front squats and our cleans, and you also know the foot position that is needed for your split jerk. Now if you haven't already, you can download your free copy of the weightlifting starter pack by clicking the link below. If you have, you are at the right point. This is going to be taking us into the next step. So the next movement we're going to be taking a look at here is the high hang snatch and a high hang clean. Both movements are very, very similar apart from the position where we receive the bar. So obviously for our high hang snatch, we're going to be taking that bar into a snatch grip position overhead, and for our clean, we're going to be bringing it into our front rack position. Now the reason why I like to teach the high hang movement just after learning where we hold the bar and our squat positions is because I very much teach the Olympic lifts in a top-down approach. So for example, if we take the snatch for our example here, the first movement we're going to be taking a look at is our snatch grip press. So we're getting used to where that bar needs to be over our head. The next movement from there then is going to be your overhead squat, maintaining the position that we found overhead in the snatch grip press, but lowering down into an overhead squat. Now, when we can snatch grip press and overhead squat, we then take a look at the drop snatch. The drop snatch is looking to hit the same position that we were in our overhead squat, and also that same bar movement that we found in our snatch grip press. So as you can see, everything starts to progress. So when we go into our high hang movements, as you'll see shortly, what we are looking for here is that it's going to be a simplified dip and drive, hitting our squat position that finds the same position where we were in our drop snatch. Okay, so everything really should stack up very much like a jigsaw. Okay, so every single lift that we do, we always revert back to the movement that we have just done. So right now in this video, we're going to be learning how to do a high hang snatch and a high hang clean. But thereafter, we are going to find out how to do a hang snatch and a hang clean. But a hang snatch and a hang clean should transition back to the same position where we were in our high hangs, and then it's going to be in the same positions where we were in our drop snatches, drop cleans, and we're going to be mimicking the same bottom position that we found in our overhead squat and also our front squat. So as you can see, everything here is just layering up. So once we can high hang and hang, we then move down to the floor. And when we go down from the floor, we are looking to find the identical hang position, the identical high hang position, so on and so on. So let's get straight into it. Let's have a look at how to complete the high hang snatch or clean.
As I have just mentioned, the high hang variation is the first lift I like to coach once the foundational movements have been hit. Now this is down to the fact that it keeps the learning process as simple as possible. We want to focus on the same positions we found when we were doing the squat variations, overhead squat or front squat, as well as the drop snatch or the drop clean. When I start my high hang lift, I am aiming to finish in the identical position which I found in my squat variation, the overhead or the front squat. And I want to drop into the squat with the same speed and intent which I found in the drop snatch or the drop clean. In simple terms, the high hang movement is a vertical dip and jump before we receive the bar by landing in a squat. When doing the lift, all you want to do is tell yourself to dip, jump and squat.
Hopefully by watching this video, you have now got an insight into the top-down approach and how to successfully complete the high hang variation of the snatch and the clean. So what you want to do now is start to implement this into your training, keeping it as simple as possible. Think of the movement as a vertical dip, jump and squat. So making sure through the dip and the jump, we're staying as vertical as possible. We don't want to be leaning forwards over the bar at the start. We don't want to jump and think about leaning back. Everything wants to stay in a straight line as much as possible. So if you know where your snatch grip position is and your clean grip position, the next phase here is learning the high hang movement and perfecting that lift before we start to look at the next stage. Now, if you don't know where your snatch grip position is or your clean grip position, you can download your free copy of the weightlifting starter pack by clicking the link below. Make sure to like this video and also subscribe to my channel if you are looking to improve your weightlifting skills.